Test 1, 2. Cool. Okay, let's see. My YouTube channel. Okay, here we go. There we go. Let me see what we're doing here. To open up body and well, all right. Need to pause this. Let's see. We're gonna focus. Okay, so what we're doing now is making sure that I can hear myself. There we go. I can hear myself. And go back to my Twitch chat. Okay. Oh, put chat in here. See if we can put chat remotely. I can't. That's fine. I'll just read the chat off. Okay. What do I need to do here? First, I need to locate cache files under bin. This is all my Bash programming. Search feature. Live feature is interesting. It's a trace route. Oh, welcome, Eileen. You found me. I'm dual chatting. You're on. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going live on Twitch and YouTube. Yeah. I thought you were giving me interesting, but this was fine. I hear you, but you aren't reading the chat. I'm reading the chat on both sides, Eileen. I'm reading. You aren't reading the chat. Yeah, I'm reading the chat. Yeah, I can see both chat windows. So, stage 10 actually still works, and I'm surprised that when the remote machine is doing it, it's not slowing down. It is a little slightly slow, but it's not as, doesn't affect it as much. So my home machine is streaming it, but okay. Oh, the reason it would stop working is, I mean, I'm reading the Twitch chat, is the I'm remoting into my home machine, and it would slow down. It would slow down my remoting options when I stream. But apparently, they fixed Stage 10 probably has fixed the 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 way it streams, so it accounts for other speed factors. Yes, I'm reading here. Stage 10 is awesome. I've been saying that for months. Um, what made you think it would stop working? I thought it would stop working because, again, my remoting function would stop working, not the stream, my remoting function. I'm not trying to break it. I'm trying to use a more faster machine, which is my i7 at home. Um, the i5 at work would freeze. I'm not trying to break it. I'm just trying to use it, but apparently their recommendation is to use an i5 machine. So I mean, their recommendation to use an i7 machine. They say 10 megabits, but you can actually get away with 1 megabit. I have 1 megabit at home, and I'm actually streaming. I think the only reason that you would need probably higher megabits upload is if you're streaming like heavy graphics. Right now, I'm just only streaming text. Let's see here. Yeah, the video card on my i7 machine probably couldn't handle the streaming capabilities. And yeah, let me go back to chat, see what you're doing. No, I don't have a Mac at work. I'm using both machines. Home machine, work machine. Home machine, i7 streaming with better graphic card. Machine, I remote into as a guest. No, I don't have a Mac at work, so it's yeah, the home machine is the one. Okay, I'm reading the Twitch one, but why do you need remote? I need the remote machine to my home so that I can start it. That's why I need to remote into my home machine, home i7 machine to start stage 10.tv. Yeah, that's why I needed it. And why did you stop the subscriber push? I got a little tired. I'm gonna try to get back on the subscriber Twitch affiliate push again because kind of got slacked off. So I'm gonna look at my schedule and try to stream in the morning, early in the morning, because when I get home, my family wants my attention. So I'm gonna give that another try. So let's see here. Um, let's see what we got. What else? I'm going back to YouTube. And then, yeah. What would you say? Yeah, early in the morning is the best time for me because everyone's asleep. And people are just able to wake up. So I think early morning streams are But remember that with Stage 10, you can only play a video. So you can stream without actually being active. Yeah. Um. Uh. I I can. Let's see. Play video in Stage 10. Mm, Oh, I see. Remember, with Stage 10, you can only play a video, so you can stream without actually being active. Yeah. So, trying to figure out what I can see. The reason why I'm using, I think when I use the encoder, the OBS encoder on my home, the remoting function slows down. So that's probably why I use the remoting function. I think I think when I use the remoting function on OBS on home, it slows it down better. It slows it down. Um, so uh, Stage 10 allows me to use the other um, other things. And let's see what else. Oh, no, the OBS actually allows you to screen capture better images. OBS just makes it easier, but it's very cumbersome as far as where you want to set the things you want to capture. Uh, with OBS, you can have a scrolling information, insert images. The thing with Stage 10 is that if the Chrome browser crashes, your stream goes. So with at least OBS, it's a little bit more stable, and if it's not able to connect or not able to stream, it actually doesn't crash as often. So that's the thing with Stage 10 is that even though it's web-based encoding, if the particular the host actually stops broadcasting, the streaming is very memory intensive, especially on the graphics. So if the Chrome browser is using too many graphic resources, it'll literally stop streaming on Chrome. So even though you have a good i7 machine, streaming for long periods of time under Chrome will actually the Chrome will actually use up more resources. Yeah. Yeah, I think when I did the earlier test with the Stage 10 and Chrome, it did crash on me a couple of times. So yeah, there's some advantages and disadvantages of using web-based encoders. Web-based encoders, you have to have Chrome at least to work function. But when you use OBS, it's dependent on the graphic card. So let's see. I'm gonna do a song here. Every move you make. So I'm gonna just copy and paste this song here. There we go. Um, so what are you doing now, Eileen? What are you up to? Let's see. Let's run this bash command called alive. So what the alive script does is it's supposed to ping, each website's there, and it goes. I think this does it 10 times. So if I run live command, it'll only go up to 5 hops before it skips to the next one. So it's the live command actually just creates a ping command to get going. So after 5 hops, it stops and goes to the next IP. Looks like 3 of those websites don't exist. So, oh, what did you post? I mean, was it a link or images? Nightbot is kind of ruthless with links. So, what link were you posting? Oh, I got a call coming in. Hold on. Versus trade up. Good. Which report were you trying to run? I see. Let me log into your system. Milford. It's an East Coast. It's on the East Coast? Okay. We have a sales inventory report. Sorry. Okay, so there's a flag that's not set. Yeah, I'm just putting the flag on. So it should show up now. So if you run the you it doesn't show up for him, or Okay, do you have the username that? Hi. Hello? Yeah, what's the user ID to use to log into admin? Maybe 8, 7, 3, 6. That's your user ID. What's your employee ID? 6736 6736. Can't. Let's see if you have exportability. I'm trying to see if you're given the export ability, but you should have it. You have the security that you need, and okay, so you signed all the way out of the admin blue screen and tried to sign back in. Okay, try again, because you have all the necessary permissions to export. Try to check something. Three. Let me try this. But I'm the report again to make it exportable to Excel. No, just select, toggle it to export to Excel. See? He can do it on his account, but when you log into yours, it doesn't work. No, it's not the printer. It's have necessary permissions for Excel. I'm gonna give you a ticket number. Ready? 49267. 49269. Do you have a cell number that I can reach you back at? 508 254 6581. You have all the necessary credentials to be able to export to Excel. Look at your settings. You have security level 5. There's no other flag that says you can't export. So it should 53 should work. Toggle to Excel. Export to Excel. We just navigated this ticket. Able to export. Noted that ticket. Not sure what else to do here except you go back one thing. get figured out. Okay. Back. So right now I'm just toggling between the windows. We had visitors come in, but they didn't say anything. So my bash script, what it's doing is just cycling through the different websites it's supposed to ping. Apparently, there's some that had unknown hosts, so let me fix that. So I'm gonna go back to VI and then change the trace route here, and then add the other trace routes that work. So, Google works, NASA JPL works, and LCLA and IBM. Okay, so let's try to run that again. Here you go. So just changing the different types of feed types. And then apparently, okay. So I'm watching the YouTube stream chat. So thanks for stopping in, and I'm still gonna stream as long as I can. It doesn't give me a timer on how long I've been streaming, so just going to continue program in Bash and run the script. Actually, it's still running. So the script is running. It's pinging. The first one it pinged was first ping. I forget what first ping was. The first ping was CalCLA, and then Google. Jesus.com doesn't work, so I need to fix that. So that's okay. It only gets up to 5 hops before it goes to the next and cycles through. So my bash script is called alive, and it's just ping random or certain sites. It's doing a trace route. So I'm just waiting for the trace route to just run through its course. It should do 5,000 times, but I got so that the ping is only gonna hop the 5th hop and then started a new one. So thank you, Eileen, for stopping in, and see you around. Oh, you're still there. Cool. Let me check YouTube's. Oh, YouTube's is running. To stream often, so looks like morning ones are going to be the best times for me to stream. Close some windows here, and I can hear myself on a little sluggish, but it works. So I'm not keeping an eye on the stats, the resources. So right now I'm remoting my machine, and it is sluggish when it's streaming either in around the task manager. I think it's up here on the left side. So the task manager under stage 10 is only the CPU is running only about 30%, and the GPU graphics is about 40%. That's pretty nifty. So the stage 10 has improved its quality so far, so that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Anyhow, just increase my stream content that people are willing to watch. Any case, let me see if I could actually share this out on Facebook. So I posted that test link or test post that I was doing. Let's see if I can actually post a actually shows. Yes, it will, but it didn't do it. So let me go to my page. It doesn't show it. Oh, wait a minute. If I go to my lives, oh, wait a minute. It's not a different channel. It's a different channel. In any case, go back to the home. Let's see the post. It should be like, yeah, that's cool. Can I hear myself? That's pretty. All right, so let's go back. Let me go back to link. There. So trace route, just see. Let's see what Twitter has to say. Wait, check the emails. Nothing much. Let's go Twitter. Back to Twitter, Twitch chat. And then back to YouTube. Not much on with YouTube. Just gotta keep an eye on the chat and keep talking. So my a live link keeps going. And just keep going. I'm on chat and the YouTube chat. All right, so it's still running the ping command. There's this thing called social listening. What is that? What does social listening mean? Let me read that piece of content here. So what is social listening? Well, let's read about it. It's a video. Oh, Lord. Can I post it here? Yeah, I can. In November 2008, I was laid off from my job in the financial industry due to the recession. No college degree, a social network to fall back on. I joined LinkedIn. For the November, who was a real broker, had been using relatively new social media site at the time to network with professionals and human resources who can sense my parents' warm leads. Ironically, 7 years later, I went to work for him as an employee, not before spending countless hours in sleep and night scoring the world's largest professional networks for potential customers, which I would follow, which I would then follow and engage on Twitter and Facebook. As a young entrepreneur in my 20s, I quickly learned how to code my job board, start a website, and organize community events, which I then pitched to media outlets and built the foundation of a social network. However, I had no money in the first year, none. You don't have any budget yourself. Hey, thanks for typing a sermon. See if you can get. Welcome to the my channel. I'm just reading an article about social listening. Thanks for being in. How's your day going? So far I'm just running a bash command that's what do you call it? That's just running routes and just trying to keep a stream going. Temple OS? No, I'm not running Temple OS. I'm using, I think it's FreeBSD or NetBSD. Let me stop the here. So it's using NetBSD version 8 release candidate 1. So that's the Linux operating system. So, yep. Thanks for stopping in. So how much coding do you do with Bash? Do you do it for fun? Are you learning it through school? What's your coding background? Is it Arc Saber? Yeah. How much Linux do you know? Oh, you got some Bitcoin on there. That's pretty cool. No, I'm running NetBSD. It's a relatively free server. The server you can account to freeshell.org, so you can get an account there for their Linux server if you wanted to. So I'm just running a bash command that's running trace routes and looping through certain sites, and I only have a limit of a hop of 4. I have virtually no knowledge of Linux programming except that I know BSD. It's not. Yeah, that's true. I've been using Linux since I think 2004. So that's pretty cool. Do you have a Linux-based OS at home, or usually exist in a Windows environment? Is Arc? Looking at some of your passcode. Python HTML, some few years select. Pretty cool. Haven't gotten into Python. How do you like that language? Python. There's Python here. Let's see if you might. No Python here. Which Python is installed on the server. But it was. That's weird. Python was installed. I made a new account to. Let me check here. So let's see here. Just was looking to see. Right. I'm trying to see it exists on the server, but I thought if I were to upgrade the account, it would show up. Let's see here. Free show. .org. So if we go members, no, join. Yeah, one is there. If I pay for the ARPA one-time fee, if you go to the join section and I pay for the ARPA one time fee, $36. Python is there. I haven't really found the need to pay the one-time fee, but yeah. Sorry about the Nightbot close. You can't drop links. That, but yeah, it's only doing trace routes. What else did you want it to do? Did you want me to do some bash scripting or bash programming? So let's say if I wanted to go to my HTML site, there's some HTML. There's some HTML code there. And then if I go to, it's not showing on the site itself, but if I were to go to if you go to the bottom, if you go to the bottom of this website link towards the bottom, it actually shows the Twitch channel streaming from that. It's literally the what do you call it? Let's see if I can get to it. Is it Lab Twitch or Twitch? So this is the link to it, and check this out. If you type in the embed code, so I think it's called embed code. This will show you the code you need to actually key in when you want to include your channel player into a website. So if you wanted to do that, that would be great. But yeah, so let me see here. Oops. So that's the HTML page. There's not that much in the Twitch channel, but if I were to look under the HTML root, there's actually all these other pages that has things. I didn't know there was an ACM site. Yeah, so not much going on. Yeah, they are obscure. You can't see it or you can't read it. Let's say he wanted to learn some bash scripting. I don't know if I have any bash programs here. Uh, let's see which 345. I don't have it. I don't have my scripting programming code. I have the actually. I think this has 345. Yeah, there's some if you there's some other there's like hidden sites within the HTML. It's not very well organized, so obscure as in unusual, like the links or the coding. Um, let's see what else I could look up. So, because if you do the root, it's literally just here you go. Here's a better understanding of what my knowledge base is. Here's kind of a list of classes I took in the past, and some of the links are disabled. I probably need to update the resume version of it. This is a very old resume in HTML format, so but the LinkedIn is up to date, so that's pretty cool. But in the index, oh, that's pretty cool too. So that's a history of classes that I took back in between 2002 and 2009. So don't know if the links still exist or actually still work. Yeah, they still work. So a few of the links still work. So um, uh, yeah, SDF looks outdated because it's a non-profit organization. They've they still work in terms of let's see, what do you call it? They still work in terms of content, but I'm not sure if they've actually added new things to it. So, and the reason why they have a membership thing is so they can maintain their existing infrastructure. So that's why they provide a membership fee. That it's not an annual fee; it's just a one-time fee. And there's other things that they provide. I haven't gone through all the things that are required to code. So yeah, and I just realized that SDF stuff is really old. I never took a look at it. I didn't design that site. It's a public organization that is maintained by other people. It's not me maintaining it. It's more of like other stuff, other folks. So, but that's where a lot of my Linux open source stuff is kind of lies. So it's good stuff. Good stuff to it's open source, but it's also a public server that you can. It's hosted. Yeah, I did. At work we are using CentOS. I think it's 6.6 point. Let's see. What are we on? At work we're on CentOS 8. Um, I have a CentOS 7 at home. I've also have a Ubuntu. Which version of Ubuntu I use? But it should be the latest version of Ubuntu. Um, let's see. So CentOS. Oh, the other thing I've tried is Red Hat. Like 9. These are older operating systems, of course. I did try um, Fedora before, but they're on older systems, so I need to fire those up and see how they work again. So other than that, that's the systems I've worked on as far as Linux is concerned. But all the environments about the same as long as they have a package handler. Um, Everything works out fine. So um, yeah, again, it's they should have Python already shipped with them. Sometimes you have to install them. They're not pre-installed right away. So you have to install the Python script sometimes. Um, Again, the payment for NetBSD, even though it's an open source site, the membership fees are more for maintaining the overall in their infrastructure. So that's the good thing that that let's see here. So I need to get back into my Linux coding. So let me, whoops, go here, look into the bash stuff. It's a simple bash script that says say hello. And oh, geez, it's a thing that sends spam. Just forgot about that. Here's one that's supposed to count the number of users online. It's a piping command. Other than that, oh no, not on this server to do significant computations. The thing I remember doing. Let me see if I can find that code here. This code, I think it's 70. I think. Here's one where we kind of learn about parallel and distributed programming. So this is only the first lab. Darn, I don't have the other labs. Shoot. Need to find the old code I had. So if you look at this code, for example, we were studying parallel and distributed programming. Our view CS370. No. Let's look at this one. So in this code, we it's using what's called the parallel distributed stuff. So there's a command called util, which uses forks and process joins, like parallel distributed programming. And this one, I think when I initially coded it, I'm reading, it says compute the determinant of a 4x4 matrix using 4 processes. So here's one that's actually taking some coding into account as far as calculating a 4x4 determinant. So I think I got it to run. Yeah, I did. So if I ran lab 1, it actually runs on here because I compiled it before. So to determine it 0, the reason why it's 0 is because I think the code 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the determinant calculates it as 0. So yep. It's, yeah, look it up. It's called parallel and distributed programming, which is, I think it's CS370 is the name of the class. So let me look up that list of classes. Where's that list of classes I had? Oh, so when I showed you the link of my classes, for example, the 370, the parallel and distributed programming. Oops. And they got rid of the 370 class. All right. Thanks for stopping in. And hope to see you again. I'll give you the follow because it looks like you're pretty interested in this Linux stuff. And I'll gladly teach you what I remember or what I know. So thanks for stopping in. TL. Categories here. Okay, so let me just go back to reading. Um, reading back. What's his face? Reading how to use social listening to find clients. I read off to reading about Carlos Gill here as a young entrepreneur, 20s, quickly pitched his media social. However, I made no money in the first year. None. When you don't have a marketing budget, you're forced to learn marketing, even if you're not a marketer by trade. Today, social media has become a large part of everyday lives. There are more resources. However, the game of social selling is relatively the same as it was back in 2018. First, identify who wants to do business with you, then find the person on LinkedIn and invite them to connect. Next, search for them everywhere online and keep an eye out for what they post. Last, casually engage without selling them anything so the person becomes familiar with seeing your face in his or her notification feed. Repeat, repeat, repeat. That gets better and more natural. As opening keynote in social media 2018, seen and above, shared with the audience that the most significant competitive advantage every business has is the opportunity to listen to what is said about their company, their competition, their industries. Most companies, if not all, are focusing the majority of their efforts on pushing out content, but they're ignoring what's being said by potential buyers of their products and services because they don't have the right number of employees in place they, they don't know how to read through the noises. If you want to know how to tap into social listening to find your next customer and outwork your competition, these are 5 social media hashtag searches I work with. I speak a lot to a lot of entrepreneurs. Let's go back here. Go back to the file and run the live script. So I'm just reading Carlos Gill in social listening from entrepreneur.com here. Yeah. Hashtag searches. Uh, Excel. attached here to this book. How far is a car? Hello, welcome. Hey, Pat, how you doing? Just reading an article here. Let me share it with you. Just had it, darn it. Here it goes. So I'm reading social listening. So how's your day been? The article is by Carlos Gill. The 5 points that got out of it is hash searches, LinkedIn, social stalking, events and conferences, and Facebook groups. So pretty interesting to read about social listening. So good read. So how's your day been? Oh, are you buckled down? Everything okay? At your end? 'Cause I really don't. I forgot about the hurricane on that part. Everything is working fine, and you're prepared for it when it comes in. So, yep. Eileen visited me today, and just and I also had a Linux programmer that's fairly stop by. That's pretty nice. So I just have to be on longer to just interact with people, and uh, yeah, I'm not sure how strong the hurricane would be, but you didn't get a chance to evacuate, or you didn't get the evacuating warning? Um, yeah, Lawrence. So just I didn't realize you were going to be affected by the Florence hurricane, Pat. Ah, um, North Carolina, Carolina. You're in Durham, right? Oh, the crazy numbers. Their IP addresses for trace routes. So um, it's it's telling me to give trace route to Google, and when it gets to the fifth hop, move to the next route. So it's the number of times the number of times a particular web address takes to get to. So it's a trace route, but the hops tell you this is the path that it takes for your data to arrive to. Yeah. Those are, what do you call it? They're data hops. So let's say you wanted to go to Twitch. You wanted to go to that link. Here, trace. Oops. It would take at least, I'm just counting it on my system here. I'm not running it on the actual server. Yeah, Nightbot is Christian. So there's supposed to be another scripture that it says, but it's not just Luke. Let me see here. Where's oh, it's not command. It's commands. There's another scripture that's supposed to pull up. Oh yeah, so ECC 3. I have to add other scriptures to it. So, but those are the only two. Luke 2:52 and then Ecclesiastes 3:8. Need to add more, but I didn't want to overpopulate the Twitch chat with too many commands in Nightbot. But yep. But my Nightbot is Christian. Thanks for noticing. Yeah, so that's what the weird numbers are showing, is the number of relative. particular website goes. So for Twitch, it takes about 30 hops to get to Twitch. I think it's 30 hops, but I can't tell. See. What else is there, Pat? So everything, you're just getting ready, or you have everything prepared. You just your windows have boarded windows. Oh my gosh, the path of Florida going into is going to the southern part of North Carolina. So that's pretty dangerous. It's about Thursday, 2 p.m. That's where it's out in the coast area. So it's not going to hit landfall until, let me see, when is it going to hit landfall? When will it hit landfall? Trying to get a map of where it would hit landfall. I thought there was another weather channel. Let's see, weather channel. Um, just 2 hours away. We're directly in the path. Oh man. So it's going to be lots of rain and wind in your end. Okay. Wow. I didn't realize it was going to affect you. Yeah, I hope so too. Just not sure what to. Not sure what to now. Path 30 anyway. Just it's kind of scary. Oh, it's not entering data. So what the program does is loops. It's the looping program. So it tells you to do what's called a command called a trace route, right? For example, trace route Google, but there's a limitation there that says once you get to the 5th hop, go to the next address. So let me stop the program. Let me go to this. So let's say if I stop the program, I go to it's called the alive script. It's a bash script. This is what it does. This is the command to run. That's how many times it's supposed to run. Hops is the number of times it should count the number of routers that it's supposed to hop to. Turn off these here. I don't think they work. And then let's add these two. So after the 5th hop, if I run it properly, it should go to the next one. So the first one is my church, and it goes to the next, and goes to the next. So that's what it does. It just basically tells it to go search an address at the 5th hop, search next address. That's what it does. So the 5th number or 5th address that it shows, it goes to the next address. Hello, Bloxy. How are you? Welcome to my Bash programming. And you enjoyed your visit. Let's see here. Yeah, it's Linux Bash programming. It's pretty cool. But here. But guess what? IT is better. Much for IT consulting. Can't even get Twitter right, and you're in the UK. That's okay. That's cool. We got a new visitor that came in, but it's only they just started Twitch, so That's pretty cool. Okay. Check your house and be safe out there, Pat, and hear from the work and focus group and see what you're up to. Loxy, your Twitter is wrong. Oh, it's locked. Blocks AM Rose. Blocks AM Rose. There you go. Yeah, your Twitter's wrong. Fix your Twitter. Security. Hey, not really programming anything. It's just it's a simple Bash script that does trace routes. So that's what it is. Thanks for tuning in. I like your Chester um, ethical hackers site. That's pretty cool. If you're from the UK, that's awesome. Followed you on Twitter, but I noticed you set it to private. That's fine. You can accept the notifications right away, and then so what do you do as an ethical hacker? How do you teach it, or are you working for a company? Um, let's see. What what do you? Let's see. Where's my? Just looking over that Twitch site that you did. Yeah. So what do you do as a ethical hacker in the UK? Just curious. Because it's always fascinating to hear about the different security skills of other countries. So I'm not a security for myself, but like I said, I'm not really programming anything. It's just right now I'm just reviewing the bash script I wrote. I just uncommented a few of the hops I do. So when I run the script, just does a trace route of random sites that I picked, and then it outputs the outcome. That's all I do. Yeah. But uh, yeah, you're located in the UK, and the Twitter handle needs to be fixed on your Twitter site. You could fix it. Oh, self-employed, but I have just finished a degree in cybersecurity too. I have a bachelor's in computer science. I have a bachelor's in computer science. Um, don't have any. I took only like one cybersecurity class, but not a not do penetration test stuff. That some I have to take more classes in the. I have to take more classes in the security section, but it's always interesting to see other um, programmers and there. So, what made you get into Twitch? You just wanted to explore, or just look at things and share knowledge? I mean, I love the Hackers of the UK. That's a pretty cool organization. What do you do there? That is pretty cool. I'm gonna share this on Facebook if you don't mind, so I could keep an eye out for what you guys do. Tester ethical hacking. I like a fun little group. So, um, it looks fun. Ethical hackers of Chester. Ethical hackers of Chester. Ethical hackers. That's an interesting name. I'm gonna share the ethical hacker site my Facebook hacky page. Please don't mind the Nightbot. It's very enjoyed Twitch watching some of my favorite games, some of IRL stuff. Thank you. Do you play games yourself, or you just do mostly programming things? Because I wanted to get into learning programming, especially in the Linux. Windows programming is a little bit more involved and probably has a lot more resources to do. Linux is a little more harder to do programming on, but I have a mix of both Windows environment and Linux environment at home. So I'm just sharing and I'm also sharing the source from which I'm reading a little mixture of both Twitch, watching some of my favorite games, IRL, things like programming. I also thought because I enjoy peer-to-peer learning from society stuff, you could use certain activities capture the flags boxes. It's funny. That's a peer-to-peer capture your flag idea. Yeah, that's a good. I would actually play that if I knew how to know the rules. That's pretty cool. But how often? When do you stream? Let's see. Doesn't give a time when you stream, does it? Do you sometimes yeah, I see that Arma and ORS. Do you use this command a lot? And it's called the M with the 0i flag. Use the command. That's one of the commands. I don't know if it's available here. Let me see. No, it has to be a root person, but I can run it on other Linux systems. But the nmap command I find very useful sometimes when the need arises. But again, it's very it's interesting. Yeah, we would be a we would be a pure Linux. We would be a pure Linux site too, but we need Windows for our phone systems, for example. So, but yeah, our phone systems have a phone system requires a Windows-based operating system. Yep. Thanks for the hack the box testing stuff. I want to do penetration testing stuff. And really, yeah, the Nmap has to have root permissions at least. I'm not sure about it being loud. Get a lot of resources. Yeah, it could be loud. Ah, that's an interesting thing. I'll share that with my friend. I think he's into the hacking stuff. Let me see here. Check this out. How the hack would be. So that's not the wrong link. Apparently, when you do Facebook links, it always does the really long Facebook thingy. So I didn't share right. But yeah. So when you go live, what time? This is just a random thing I do. I'm just doing some testing. If you were a system admin or a SOC knock and somebody was performing an nmap on your system, it shows up. So if you're trying to do a stealth scan as a target, as a penetration tester, okay, then nmap, depending on how you use it, is always not the best way. Okay. Oh, you're right. I should use a more stealth scanning method. I haven't learned all the stealth skills. I haven't learned the stealth scanning. So, pretty cool. I have to use the. Is there like a stealth scanning command in nmap? Trying to look that up. Oh, there is. The SS flag. All right, the SS flag for stealth scanning. Oh, interesting. I never knew that. That's pretty nice. That is pretty nice. For the stealth scanning tip, I'm gonna put it on my system first before I try it anywhere else. So I also have to use this is one of my favorite commands on Linux. Let's see, tail. Let's see if this works for logs messages. This is it's one of my favorite commands in Linux. Here you go. Usually I use that command a lot just to see if I could actually find stuff there. So that's a pretty cool command to use. Any case, I need to find more Linux users here, but apparently there's some that I run into on Twitch. Thank you for stopping in. So, what are your plans today, later on in the evening? It's about how you scan a system or network. You have a lot of devices you're scanning, and yeah, internet detection system will detect the scan of numerous systems, highlighting potential. And yes, log is a lifesaver. Yeah, I know. So, mm, the when I'm not doing Linux programming, I also play StarCraft 2. I played that game. Um, but I haven't ran that game in a while. So, um, other than that, that's about all I do so far. It's just run. Oops. Run a live script. Again, it's just running trace route. It's nothing. I'm not doing any penetration testing commands that I do. So, um, the other things I do, Bloxy, is I help stream my church services. So you'll see Nightbot mentioning where you would go to find some of the past content for churches. So yeah. I have to look up those games. Let me see. Arma 3. Ooh, that looks nice. Arma 3 and ORS. What's ORS? Oh, okay. Your dad's an ordained guy. OSRS. Old school RuneScape? Is that what you? Isn't there like a newer version of RuneScape instead of the old school stuff? Uh, yeah, just yeah. There's a lot of in the church aspect. There's a lot of things we do tech wise that support our church, especially in the social media field and live streaming part. So for the past 2 years, I've been streaming my church's newest one. Yeah, that's right, that's true. Um, so yeah, pretty cool. Uh, how long has your dad been an ordained pastor? Um, is it in the Westchester area, your local area that he pastors at, or is there another a military chaplain? That's nice. Do you get to talk to him about his service as a chaplain in the military, or is it just share? Do you share? Do you mostly share the stuff that? Yeah. Or unit has a father, padre, so I know what he does anyway. But we talk a lot. Plus, both being in the army, we each other do. So you're still as an army reserve. You're not a regular citizen. You're part of the army folks. Ah, oh, you're reserve. Okay, it's good. So it's the what do you call it? The UK Reserve Army, right? UK Army. Let's see. British Reserve Army, volunteer reserve. You get paid for that as a reserve army. It's not like British Army Reserves. It's not like a uh, wow. There's army reserves in other countries. That's pretty cool. I tried for the military myself. Um, I wasn't able to get in when I was younger. So other than that, that's tend to do. So not much could be done as far as being a person that does things. Other than that, that's about all I do. How's my audio? Is my audio sound okay? It says here 20 years ago. Yeah, the reason why it's because the machine, it's a remote machine. My upload speed is about 1 megabit per second. But that's what's lagging out. 20 years ago, the reserves was more like a weekend activity for people to get involved and do some things. Now it's just as important as regular experience. You went in hand and beside train the same equipment. This is a part-time basis with lots of opportunities to work with them. Your stream keeps lagging. Yeah, sorry about that. Like I said, it's my stream, especially when it comes to IT and cybersecurity. Civilians have skill sets that military requires, so the reserves have an important front role. Same as surrogates, surgeons, especially skill sets. Those experts are required by military, so we important reserve roles. So, okay, sounds good. So you're an active reserve for the UK. Um, let's see. See if I can get this to get fixed a little. Why am I? Just to keep the stream active. That's probably why it's lagging. Because I'm doing an active trace route. These are all my bash commands. Hmm. So for example, if I do this one, IPs, say, list of IPs that I could look up via the netstat command. So go ls, okay, lshtr. I'll try that. Ls. Let's try to get that here. ls l t r h a y h. What does the H do? Oh, it's a readable format. I see it. Modifies the SNL options, causing the size to be reported in bytes. In human readable format. I see it. I see it. Um, let's see. So what I do is when I don't remember a command, I use the man K option. So let's say I wanted to get network commands. There you go. Or at least net commands. No, not even net. Uh, yep, man is the Bible for Linux. Usually the man.k is able to list commands you are looking for, but apparently it's not working here on this particular one. It doesn't work on this particular server here. So I'm going here. Let's see what we got. Oh, yes. Let me give you the Unix free box. It's here. You'd have to sign up for an account. I think it's called the NetBSD 8.0. That's what it's using. The public Unix box. So if I go there, yeah, they've been around for I forget how long, but I've had an account with them for a while. So let me see, free shell. They've been around since, it doesn't say, oh, it was established. Free shell was established 1987. So they've been around. Mm. Yeah, I haven't tried Kayla Linux. So um yeah, so it's a while. It's been a Kayla is a deviant or Ubuntu if you like. Tailored repositories for penetration testing. Really? It comes with the prepackaged tools. Industry leader in penetration testing. It's free. Kayla Linux, yeah, I have to give that a try. Just not sure if I will be able to have time, but if you have a working box when you're online, it would be nice if you show that. If you're free online, kind of show off your Kayla Linux environment. So do you have a mostly Linux environment at home, or do you use Windows to stream? Let me get back to typing some code here. This works. You have a dual boot. Ah, interesting. Let's see. My G++ code, C++ code testing. Let me see. There was this one. I'm not as skilled in Bash scripting. Let me show you some of the Bash files I have. Let's see here. If I go to bin. For example, just the say hello one, right? I give it the I give it the shell command where it goes, the com variable. I've commented these out. I have to run a refresher course for Bash scripting, but a lot of the Bash scripting I do is usually when you run the commands. I just use the pipe command to maybe awk, for example, the space, stuff like that. And it's finished. So, for example, in the Bash scripting, I think that would work. Oh, a program given. Ah, I forgot how to do the awk. I'm sorry about that. Why does it do that? 60 seconds to time you out. My apologies. Nightbot is very picky when it drops links. I need to fix that. I need to get that fixed. Let's see here. You are probably the second person that that got. Let's see here. Links. So I'm going to disable the links again. Shoot. It's supposed to be 60 seconds for link dropping. So I'm going to disable the link so you can actually put links. So give it another go. I just disabled the links one. Try to see if you could actually put a link again. It's disabled. See if you can drop that link again for me. Go ahead, drop the try and drop the link again. Okay. Oh, it's a Udemy course. That's pretty awesome. Ooh, that's neat. Thanks for sharing that. Appreciate it. So I'm gonna save that. Thanks for the link for the Udemy course. Yeah. So, wow, that's pretty cool. I don't know if Java's installed on here. Nope, Java's installed on here. I do a lot of mostly Java programming when I was learning the Linux stuff. Java programming. I did a lot of that when I was in school, and but other than that, this is about all I can show as far as Linux Bash programming. And yeah, I forgot how to do the awk commands. So history. 62. Forgot what to do with the awk. Was it awk with the space? And yeah, I needed the space. That's why. So you should output. That's kind of the premise of my awk scripting. Making a safe remove cycle bin is a really cool bash project. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna turn the links thing back on. So if you wanted to share more links, let me know. Then I'm gonna turn it back on. Unless you have any other links to share, it'll still be disabled. I'm gonna enable the links again. So there you go. So then the links is enabled. Hmm. It can actually. Let me check the logs. You're right. Wait, I'm looking at the Nightbot log. Oh, it does. You're right. In the logs, in the bot logs, it actually shows what link you were dropping. But oh, interesting. Thanks. Close this. So that's kind of what I do for my bash scripting is I start off with a command. Usually it's an LAR and then type it to awk sometimes. So let's see what test this. Ooh, let's test. Okay, so that's the bash scripting. I should include the C stuff too. I think I have a little bit of C code in here. Let's see, there we go. More notes. Huh. I have a site here that I actually have saved. I don't know if this is going to be still active or not, but that's a site I had saved on my Linux box. But it's for C development stuff. There's companies here that in the US that have. I've just done my dissertation on WMIC Wi-Fi hacking. My proposed solution was a Linux bash solution to make it portable for systems. That's pretty cool. Wow. Wi-Fi hacking. But bash, that's cool. I gotta figure that out. But yep. So that's the premise of my C code. I've just done C and C++ for 3 years. I actually really dislike core programming. Yeah, core programming is very it's doable, but the IDE makes it easier when you have a working IDE that actually makes it easier. But if you program it in VI, it's a lot harder. So basically the WPA, which is a current standard for wide breaking, is flawed. There's a flaw in it. There's many vulnerabilities. The standard is actually IEEE 0 to 11. Using Linux, particularly Kali, it makes Wi-Fi hacking very simple. Wow. I need to research that flaw. Research the flaw. Research. I need to research the Wi-Fi encryption flaw. That's pretty cool. My dissertation focuses mostly on deauthentication attacks. My solution was a responsive tool that works through bash script. There's many flaws. That's why W3 has been announced. Whoa, I didn't know WPA3 is announcing. What? Cool. That is so cool. I don't know if it's announced, but I'm not sure if all the routers have the WP3A access. So I need to check that out. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's pretty awesome. That is pretty awesome. So I'll close Nightbot here. Don't really need it open. Okay, let me read your note. Basically, the problem is that your traffic is encrypted with WPA and your data is secure-ish. However, management frames and packets are unencrypted, allowing for a lot of vulnerabilities and attacks. The packets are not encrypted. The encryption is, but not the packets. Interesting. Okay, so K-Crack attack was a fairly recent issue that was news across the world. What? I've never heard that. It's been a while. I haven't heard about the cake rack attack. Oh. Ah, okay. Thanks for clarifying that. So no data packets are encrypted, but the management frames of the WAIE workings are not. Okay. Hmm. Let's see here. Ah, these are good links. Thanks. Thanks for these little tidbits of security stuff. I'm kind of out of the loop of internet security, so I haven't been as up to date. Would be tools. It could be under tools. Yep. So what are your plans for tonight? You're just gonna hang out with me as I watch my go through some of my Linux stuff. It's gonna run the top command here. Whoops, I can't run top. So the authentication, for example, is a standard process within networking. It's a management command sent by access points to basically manage the network. It's used to de-authenticate devices from network when required to force them to re-authenticate. Ah, interesting. My old notes here. Oh, computer's good for security. Uh, just going through my folders here. So I tell you the wireless access point to kick all off users of the authentication takes 2 seconds. And all the devices attempted to reconnect. It will intercept the handshake with the Wi-Fi WPA2. I then crack the password. Wow. And all that with Bash, right? All that within Bash. Wow. That is so cool. Got a lot more to learn with hacking stuff. Uh, the Airmon suit. Huh. Is that a free? Is that within Kalanet Linux? I need to get back into this hacking stuff. It's pretty interesting. At the university, when we do open days for potential cybersecurity students, I do the Wi-Fi hacking demonstration. I deliberately use a weaker password for time purposes. Oh, okay. However, they are usually amazed, particularly the parents or grandparents, at how easy it is to hack a Wi-Fi network. That is, if the password isn't, um, it's easy to crack. So, right? Whoa, really? Pretty cool. You fixed, you fixed your Twitter. You fixed your Twitter. The name you got it corrected. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, that's fine. I just noticed it because it was BlockCY487, but the account was different Twitter handle, so I just tried to look for it. So yeah, makes sense. Yeah, need to do some changes here. Mm, What's your interest in Linux? Ah, well, uh, my interest in Linux, particularly mostly Bash programming, exploring different operating systems. I do a little bit of GUI stuff in Linux. The one program I use, let's see here if I could find it. I- It's program, first program I use Linux. See here. What's it called? Oh, so so I have I look at the open source partition program. Was resizing hard disk. Um, that's one. What's the other one? looked also at Clonezilla. Yeah, that's why I'm typing. No problem. Oops. We stop this. I'm also looking at Clonezilla for copying this partitions. Um, I wanted to get into Linux gaming. Not sure which distros to use for gaming. Um, but as far as the security stuff, as far as Linux security topics, I still have to research it. Yeah, that's one of the things that it said, that Linux theme programming, but I don't know if I have enough funds to have a Linux gaming system, and not sure how different it is to a Windows gaming system. So yeah, a lot of different topics out there as far as Linux is concerned. So I do have a research folder that I had created a while back. Let's see here. The last entry I made was in 2015. I was reviewing Perl. So one main reason Linux users stick with Windows was because games wouldn't play with Windows. But now this Stream Play is out and more support is given. For the next year or so, there'll be a lot more move to 100% Linux. Oh, really? Cool. In the Facebook groups that I'm in, mostly the Twitch users looks like they're mostly Windows-based users, but there's a few that use Linux gaming. I think there's a Linux gaming group on Google, but again, it's only a few handful of people use the Linux stuff. So Steam, yeah, I know what you meant. Not Stream. Mm, yeah, there's a lot of Linux topics. So yeah, this is some of the stuff I researched for Linux issues. So I only had So, um, the Wi-Fi hacking. You can continue that as a personal project too, and see how you could deploy it to different systems if it's possible. Okay. Oh, wait. Before you do that, I'm gonna turn off the link stuff spam. Hold on. Okay, so you could. Sorry. Let me look at the logs. Okay, let me do it again. I'll look at the logs. Yeah, to Dropbox. Cool. Okay, I turned it back on. So hey, thanks for giving me that dissertation. I'm gonna review that thoroughly, and if I had any questions, can I reach out to you by Whisper or Twitter? How would I be able to reach out to you if I had questions? That is awesome. Wow. Wow. I'm reading through it, kind of briefly going through it, Loxy. Holy snap. That's a good read. This is a good read. Thanks for giving me the link to your dissertation. Appreciate that. You found some info about me. That's funny. Thanks for looking up my LinkedIn profile. Appreciate that. Yeah. What department did you work at in B of A, Bank of America? was more in the check processing area. Ooh. Oh, you did the equity trading. That's awesome. Oh, you were recently in 2015 B of A. Mine was a little farther back in 2010. So pretty cool. Oh, you did Cisco networking too? Snap. Hey, it's not as boring as my profile. I think you've seen it already. Let's see here. Where did I need to go here? Check my LinkedIn. So I accepted your LinkedIn request. So that's glad we can connect. That's awesome. I'm reading through your dissertation. I got to page, I think, I got to like the page 10 one. Page 10. I think it was showing the. Let me see here. What is that question I had? I wanted to get to the actual implementation of the bash script, but I can't locate it. It's kind of. Holy snap! You're using Wireshark too in there, in the cron. It went down. Let's see. Not just the public view. Oh, it was just had a notification. Went down a little bit near the end. I do not like academic writing. Well, being a security person, you're gonna do a lot of documentation. So the idea of the bash script was that it's simple and portable. It does not require any paid for software that can be deployed to most any Linux device and minimal adjustment. It can also be deployed to Windows using Cygwin. Really? That's nice. Yep. Documentation is fine. Technical writing is fine. Academic writing, having to use big words and complex language to satisfy that apparently clever and have to meet stupid word counts. Annoyed. Say what you need to say. Get to the point. Direct and precise. Never ever in industry do you get your boss to turn around and say, "Right, I want a 4,000 word report on my desk tomorrow morning." Yeah. um, they throw it back in your face. They'll tell you facts and figures, recommendations, or yep, they would. Okay, so I only have 30 minutes left here at work. So we're gonna keep in touch by LinkedIn or Twitter. Did you did you want to connect via Twitter too, or just stay in touch via LinkedIn? Okay, let me check my Twitter here. Twitter. Cool. Yeah, Twitter is strange. It's a very strange social network. Sometimes I love it, use it a lot. Other times I don't touch it for weeks. Yeah, I can see that. June 27th was the last Twitch and the last post you made. Yeah, it's fine. See, I think I put you in a list. Twitch, and I think I put you in for developers. There we go. There we go. I don't have a security. I don't have a security. I don't have a security list. So it's cool. But Loxy, I'm gonna have to shut down the stream. It was nice meeting you. If you go to Chester Ethical Hackers, we have a website too. Yeah, I've checked. I saved that in my Facebook link. I went to Chester Ethical Hackers. Let me see here. Close that. Yeah, I'm gonna shut down the stream soon. Let me know when you go on Twitch. You know, to just stream on Twitch. Just send me a DM on Twitter or LinkedIn so that I can get that reminder. There's a security conference video on there that I organized. You may find it interesting. Oh, I'll look at it. Thanks. Yeah, the time zones are always throws us off. I'll see. Let's see. Time zone Pacific. I am up at 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. Pacific. That's this time zone I'm mostly up, but again, just see, where's that? Yeah, it's about, let's see, that's right, 12. Yeah, it's about 5:35 here. It's on Pacific time. Yes, nice to meet you too. Hopefully we see each other on Twitch again, or keep in touch by LinkedIn and Twitter. Gonna shut down soon. Thanks for stopping in. Cool. Oh, I'll try my best to keep up with Linux. No, C, is it C code? Welcome. Okay. I've deployed the LAMP stack from scratch on a Linux for VPS, as well as some security stuff too. It's it's really interesting. Not too difficult, interesting. Cool. I'm looking through the what do you call it? The Chester site with the videos. So keep setting up HTTPS and etc. Yeah. Video. The conferences. Trying to see where to get this. Okay, I'll look at that link. I'm gonna look at the log. Sorry about that. Ah, thanks for the link. I got the link. Oh, okay. It's under. No, and I think it's any link. It's doesn't like any link. This thing has to be turned off. So under events, conferences, cybersecurity conference. Okay, I see it. That's where the video is. Two hours. Wow. There are speakers from academia and professors in our equivalent to the FBI. Okay. Is that you speaking in the first video? Oh yeah, that's awesome. The FBI guy and asked not to be recorded. And pretty cool. Wow, 140. What is pretty cool. The first one was organized. I have not gone to oh, organized had to be canceled. We changed it to be networking instead. Okay, good deal. It's September, October in 2 months. Wow. I'm now organizing a 2-day STEM post-grad research symposium in the number. That's awesome. That is awesome. Yep, their own work. Oh, you got a new contract in Belgium. That's awesome. So you're gonna move in 2 months? No sooner. I hope I was supposed to start Monday this week, but complication with the contract on there. Ah, okay. Good job. Good job. All right. I'm gonna try to end it now. I try to end the stream. So I'm stopping. Let's stop it here. The name of the shell. Long as he's see around, and we'll keep in touch. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2.